Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the BYU Cougars and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense will go to work first. And here comes Bear Bachmeier. Man, was he locked in last time out. Completed better than 70% and threw for more than 350 yards. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. They'll run the screen. Crosses the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a crease. It's Riley. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Cougars are rolling down the field. Hits inside. It's Riley.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, gonna throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Aggies offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit more dominant, don't be afraid to go that way more often.
No question about it. I think on critical down and distances, when they need to have a play, especially on short yardage, goal line, going for it on fourth down, the left side is who they're going to be running behind. You've got 2 guys out there on the left.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Reed. Got a man. It's Bussey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Bussey. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Reed to throw. On the move. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target. Like,
converts on 4th down, still going. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll do it himself. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick give. It's Edwards. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Finds a crease, it's Riley. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Running inside, it's Riley. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
it must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Slings it downfield. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's got enough. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
From deep, it's Morrow. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rolls right. He'll pull it down and run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Sees some running room. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. On the move, it's Edwards. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Reed. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Knocked down immediately.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They go to the wide receiver screen.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
The give to the single back. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Searching for space. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down right there.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that fielder?
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The play fake. Out wide right, it's Riley. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Cougars come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Needs it. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Texas A&M going quickly. Throwing Reed. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Aggie. Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Fresh set of downs going up top. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Right side, it's Phillips. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
As a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Cyclones, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
The Cougars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He breaks a tackle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Oh, pressure's coming. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And now on second down for this offense. Keeps it himself. The pitch. And he had no option on that with defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Off-play action. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be his second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Reed. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Edwards. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Left side, it's Johnson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second and long here. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Third and long right here. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Leaves it in his belly. Just steamrolling the defense. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Out wide left, it's Riley. Could not make his way to the corner. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Turns it on in midfield. Gashing the knee on the right. Inside the touchdown, Aggies. And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Draw play, it's Riley. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds the tight end. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Finds his tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. BYU has this offense clicking. Wants to throw on first. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Phillips. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. They're looking to pass from the red zone. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And they did tack on the extra point. Run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Texas A&M sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Left side is Edwards. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Reed. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
On target. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Riley. Down he goes. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Trying to get started. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Pushes ahead. Shakes off the defender. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed on the play action. Rush right in his face. Sliding to his left. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baker. There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right side, it's Johnson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it. Got some green grass. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Throwing Reed. Still looking to his right. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Baker. Just smothered on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same, and normally when you give up...
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. A lot of pressure on the punter, and he did a good job avoiding disaster. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. They want that clock to run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Hits inside. It's Baker.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bussey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Baker. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Snags it, and there's running room. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Aggies will hustle to the line. Play action with Reed. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Reed lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you could just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
To throw, it's Bachmeier. Immediately fires to the middle. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down to the air. Quick spin on the run. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Fresh center downs going to the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. After this, it'll be a wrap. Here's Reed to throw. They're all over him. Finds his man. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.